Welcome to Pete's Corner. I'm Natalie Sutton.
And I'm Kevin Dorsey. Stay with us for a map through Stillwater's hidden treasures. Often in Stillwater, students don't want to get out and venture off. We're here to take you to all the places that you must see.
One of my favorite treasures in Stillwater is Granny's Kitchen.
Oh, I love that place too.
Granny's is located in downtown Stillwater. They participate in local fundraisers and have quite a few awards under their belt. Granny's has been voted Stillwater's #1 breakfast and family dining restaurant 6 years in a row. They are known for quite a few special dishes.
After starting off the morning with a great breakfast, I like to go down to Town and Gown Theater to see what they have going. We sent reporter Mackenzie McElroy there to see what hidden treasures they have.
67 years has not slowed down this small town theater. The Town and Gown has been a part of Stillwater since 1951. Its shows were first produced on the second floor in the ballroom of the OSU A&M Student Union. It soon moved locations in 1962. This new location allowed the Town and Gown Theater to have a unique stage setup.
Oh yes, it's a theater in the round, and so you not only have guests in front of you, you have them behind you and on each side. So it's quite a challenge to make sure that every guest has a great experience. So you have to make sure that you're projecting in a circle instead of just right out front.
The play titled Nonsense kicked off this theater's 2017-2018 season. Nonsense will soon be followed by Froster Nixon, Things My Mother Taught Me, the Savannah Sipping Society, and the Addams Family. The theater's cast and crew is made up of 100% volunteers and prides itself on community involvement.
Some incredible local talent, and it's very intimate too. You are just feet away from the actors no matter what seat you're in. So it's really a wonderful experience seeing everybody close up.
The Town and Gown is very open to the community. Anyone who wishes to try their luck at acting is welcome to audition for any play. The theater also allows anyone to direct. All you have to do is submit your own idea. All kinds of Stillwater residents take part in this theater, even OSU students.
Town and Gown is really a special theater because they put on so many great shows here, but every time it's just a different experience.
The Town and Gown Theater has produced almost 300 plays, and there's definitely more to come. With Pete's Corner, I'm Mackenzie McElroy.
While I can't say that I'll be submitting any of my ideas, I can say I'm excited to see some of their next plays. But when I leave the theater, you know what sounds really good?
A glass of wine?
Well, I can't say that you're wrong there, but no. You see, I'm not really an early morning person, but I do love breakfast foods.
Okay, you have my attention.
Well, one underrated meal here in the South is brunch. Brunch is the stereotypical, sitting at a velvet table, sipping on some mimosas, and eating an entree with a funny name.
Thankfully, in our quaint little town, there's one restaurant that is changing the expectations of having an uppity meal and adding a Stillwater touch. Cam Close has the dish.
Hidden on the edge of the Bradford Plaza sits a new place for locals to find a bite to eat. Just Wafflin' Waffles and Whatnots. The restaurant opened just over a year ago last September. Since then, business has slowly but surely been coming along. Because of the restaurant's newer status in Stillwater, many residents don't know about it until they know about it.
It's not really a chain franchise, so IHOP, everyone knows the name IHOP. So of course they know it's here, they're really well known, and since this isn't a chain franchise, you don't really know about it until you come here, and since it's individual ownership, then you find out and you're like, wow, this place is really, really good.
Once customers have been swept inside and smell the sweet aroma of the homemade buttery waffles, met with the welcoming smiles from the staff and swift service, the restaurant is impossible not to rave about.
We really talk this place up. So we tell all our friends, we tell them that when they come into town, family members, that they need to come here. And we always talk about how this place would do good in other places too, like in the city, and just a really good concept.
The interior and the service of Just Wafflin' is really what sets it apart from other brunch spots in Stillwater.
Just Wafflin' not only offers a homey environment for its customers, but also a versatile menu. Things like waffle tacos, waffle benedict, and even the classic chicken and waffles. But my personal favorite, putting some of their homemade waffle sauce on a nice chocolate chip and strawberry waffle. Now that's a good breakfast. Or brunch.
We love the waffles. I think they're the best in town, and then the waffle sauce is just so like product differentiation. No one else has waffle sauce, and it just makes all the difference.
With finishing touches like the Winds and Waffle Wall, it's hard for OSU fans not to have a bias toward the waffle shop. And a top priority for the staff at Just Wafflin' is building strong and long-lasting customer relationships.
You know, a lot of people say that our customer service is actually really good, or like our staff is really nice. I treat every guest the way I would exactly want to be treated. It's just like a big family. Like, we're a family.
Visitors of the restaurant love the unique ways Just Wafflin' utilizes waffles into almost all of their entrees.
I've gotten the original waffle, I've got the blueberry waffle, I've got the chicken and waffles. My favorite of them was the chicken and waffles, but all of the waffles are cooked very good, and they give you the sauce with them, so it's just very good. They also, the menu is very, very big. It's not just waffles, they have like salad and other stuff, so.
And to top it off, Just Wafflin' is reasonably priced, so whether you're a student balling on a budget or a well-endowed alumni, you can find an entree that will relinquish your hunger.
So everything here is probably going to be like about $5 or $6, and for college students that want a good meal, that's not a terrible price. And so with it being very close to the college students and also the price, I think that's why people like it.
While there are many well-known breakfast and brunch spots in Stillwater, Just Wafflin' just deserves a chance.
We come to this breakfast place over any other one.
For Pete's Corner, I'm Cam Close.
Just Wafflin' is open for breakfast and brunch, 7 days a week until 2 o'clock. You know what? I'm kind of like a kid with cake. I just can never get full. I'm just ready for some fun.
You know, me too, Natalie. But don't go anywhere, because after this break, we're going to show you some fun stops for you and your kids that we found on this treasure hunt. Welcome back to Pete's Corner. This week, we're on a treasure hunt through Stillwater.
And we're not even at the best part yet, the wine.
Well, not quite yet. We still have to make a few pit stops first. Sometimes you can't go on an adventure without shopping for your loved ones. Knobloch and Company on Campus Corner should have just about everything that you need. From handmade goods from regional artists to gourmet foods to vintage finds, they've got it all. Miranda Dickinson opened her second shop here on Campus Corner in 2014 and says she hopes Knobloch and Company will, quote, inspire hospitality in your heart, encourage you to cook something new, gather around the table with family and friends, and treasure every moment.
And sometimes we just need to add a little wild to our adventures. Just a short drive from campus, students can go visit the one and only safari here in Stillwater.
And I can't believe only 2 people own and operate it. We sent reporter Alemi Alcala out to learn more.
Just south from campus, between acres of open fields, you will find Lost Creek Safari. Owners Carla Mader and Rusty Frost maintain the hidden treasure. The zoo is USDA certified and has over 100 animals that have been donated by friends, neighbors, or owners who couldn't take care of them anymore. The thing that makes Lost Creek Safari unique is that it's the only place in Oklahoma where you can find a troop of spider monkeys and the critically endangered cotton-top tamarin.
It's the only one I've ever seen. It's the only one in Oklahoma.
Lost Creek Safari Zoo is a privately owned zoo here in Stillwater that gives you a close and personal experience with its unique collection of animals. You need a reservation to get in, but to hang out with this guy, it's totally worth it. Lost Creek Zoo works together with other small zoos, veterinary school students, or college students who need college hours. While the zoo has only been in business for a few years, it feels like it has always been part of the community.
A lot of kids that out here that have never seen a zebra before, and they get to pet the first one they ever see. So, what I like about doing the guided tours, that's when we do the reservation part. They get to feed the zebra and pet her. She loves bread. I mean, that's a treat for her. That's what we feed her when we do our tour.
By now you're wondering, how do the exotic animals survive in Oklahoma weather? Don't worry, Carla's got that covered.
Anything that has to have heat, like the monkeys, the lemurs, the tamarin, they have got heated barns.
Now that you got to meet the owners, let's go meet Gilbert. The camel has been with Lost Creek Safari since he was 4 days old.
He's about three and a half years old, so he's still growing. He's not even close to being full grown yet.
He's a crowd favorite, and if you're lucky enough, he just might give you a kiss. With OK State TV, I'm Alemi Alcala.
Lost Creek Safari is in its 3rd season since opening, and has added new events for the fall that don't require reservations.
You could say Lost Creek is growing bigger and bigger every day, just like Gilbert the Camel.
We're looking at fun and exciting things for a whole family to do. But sticking with the fun thing, let's look at the Stillwater Wondatorium for the kids. The Wondatorium is like a big giant playhouse. It could have everything that a kid imagines and wants.
Taryn Valentine went to go check this place out, and to be honest, I'm a little upset I never went as a kid or an adult.
Stillwater has something for everyone, but if you're 12 or under, the Oklahoma Wondatorium is the place for you. The Wondatorium is a children's museum where kids can explore, play, and discover. The exhibits are designed to engage kids of all ages, 6 months to 12 years old.
So the Wondatorium is a play-to-learn museum where kids can interact with different exhibits and basically test their brains and ask questions and figure things out.
The Wondatorium's most popular exhibits are Kamioka Corner, the Doctor's Office, and Emory Station. Kamioka Corner was designed to reflect Stillwater's sister city, Kamioka, Japan. Kamioka Corner is complete with its kitchen, dining room, and even a replica of Mount Fiji.
What we want is for them to interact with whatever's in that area, that exhibit, to inspire language, cognitive skills, play skills, meaning that communication with others. We want them to develop their curiosity and their imagination.
The Wondatorium recently opened their newest exhibit, Emory Station. Emory was a child who loved coming to the Wondatorium and especially loved the trains here. Emory recently passed away due to a brain tumor, so his friends and family came together to create this station in his honor.
There's something about building with trains that just is enlightening to people. It just, there's a joy there.
The Wondatorium isn't just for kids. The parents use it as a resource as well.
And I do think we see parents watch other parents, and it's a great model. Parenting doesn't come with a book, so we have to learn from each other.
Yeah.
So it's a great place to do that.
Whether you're milking a cow, playing doctor, or putting on a play, the Wondatorium is a great place for kids to come and their families too. For Pete's Corner, I'm Taryn Valentine.
There really is something for everyone at the Wondatorium.
Make sure to check out the treasures that the Wondatorium holds at their website.
Okay, Kevin, we've been talking a lot about treasure, and I think we can both agree if anyone deserves any treasure, it's going to be me. In fact, it should be a crown.
A crown? Now relax. I think you may be taking this treasure thing a little too seriously.
Okay, well, have you ever heard the phrase that one man's trash is another man's treasure?
I may have heard it a time or two.
Treasure is a key word, and what is better than hidden treasure? Treasure in plain sight. Kat Wynn tells us about a particular shop that has a bundle of treasures throughout the store.
I spy with my little eye something that will help light the way. Have you found it yet? If not for the Antique Mall of Stillwater, I wouldn't have found it either. Hidden away on 9th and Main Street, the Antique Mall of Stillwater has endless treasures to offer its daily visitors. But don't be fooled. It's much more than just a place to shop.
We have one vendor whose husband had a space, and he got too busy but one of the daughters wanted to take it on. So it's a family affair for them. It's really cute to see these kids so interested in it. So,
whether you are a history buff, have a love for art, or just want to pass the time, the Antique Mall of Stillwater is the perfect little getaway for you.
It's a really large maze, and it's a really large old building, and it has so many nooks and crannies, and it's just so many things to find and plunder, and it's just fun to, lounge around in.
Shop owner Amy Pitchford has proudly managed her business since 2007. Pitchford began working at another antique shop in 1995, and after it closed down, she felt too attached to move on from the antique business. In addition to all of the neat things you can find throughout the two-story shop, the laid-back atmosphere created by the owner herself and her employees is a key factor that keeps the customers coming back. The historical factor of the shop comes into play by the building itself. The building is 116 years old. It started out as an opera house, then became a furniture shop before finally turning into what is now the Antique Mall. How ironic the building with such great history now holds thousands of items with historical backgrounds as well. First-time shoppers better prepare to spend a good amount of time here because there's just too much to see. This place is pretty much a history museum, an art gallery, and above all else, of course, it's a shop. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, be sure to do so because for all you know, someone else's trash might be your very next treasure. Signing off for Pete's Corner, I'm Catherine Nguyen.
Thanks, Kat, for showing us what makes an antique mall of Stillwater more than just a place to shop.
One man's trash is another man's treasure indeed. While we're still on this treasure hunt, there's one place that I think is pure gold. Have you heard of the 1907 Meat Company?
Yes, I love that place.
So do I. One thing a lot of people don't know is that they get all of their meats from local farmers and ranchers. Some of them are even right here in Stillwater. The head chef decides what the menu will be at the beginning of every day based on what they have in store. 1907 is the only butcher and restaurant combination in Stillwater.
Pure gold, you are right. Don't go anywhere, because this treasure hunt is about to get to the good stuff.
Stay here with us and we'll find out just why Natalie is so excited about that wine. Welcome back to Pete's Corner. We're getting into the final curves of our treasure hunt.
Stillwater is one of those special towns with anything and everything to do, from perfect family fun spots to perfect brunch locations.
But before you head to the city for the perfect date night, let's see what Stillwater has to offer, from date nights to nights out. Next up on the treasure hunt list is the Iron Monk.
Not a lot of close-knit communities like Stillwater can say they have their own brewery. Luckily, we can. Kylie Josie has more.
One of the few craft breweries in the state, and we've got this treasure right here in the heart of Stillwater. Iron Monk was started 2 years ago by Jared Milron and Dave Monks, two co-workers who shared a passion that they would later turn into a business.
I love beer. I actually introduced Jared to craft beer, and then I had been brewing for 20 plus years, and him and I started brewing together. Started to think Stillwater could actually use a craft brewery. Talked more about it, and it seemed like a perfect fit for a town that didn't have a craft brewery, a college town, a lot of people to expose craft beer to that had probably never had craft beer. It was a lot of it for us. Honestly, it was a cultural thing because we were hopefully going to add a neat new cultural element to Stillwater that hadn't been there before.
At the front of the warehouse is the face of the operation. Customers fill the tap room each night for different events such as trivia, bingo, live music, or just to try the new flavors on tap that week.
Iron Monk has expanded past its 2 tanks into a full warehouse. They've also expanded past their original milk stout beer into a wide range of fan favorites.
We've got 4 or 5 year-round beers. So we've got our Stilly Wheat, which is our most popular. We've got our Velvet Antler Amber, which is coming around where it's getting really popular. I think that's our coolest can design we've got. And then we've got our Exit 174 Rye Pale Ale. That's year-round. We've got our Milk Stout, which was our very first beer that we released. It's year-round. We've got a new one we're actually going to can today, which is a sour.
Iron Monk has brought something new and exciting to Stillwater, and they're not planning on going anywhere.
For us, we don't want to get too big. We want to be focused here in Stillwater.
For Pete's Corner, I'm Kylie Josie.
If you're looking for a new spot for your weekend adventures or a new spot after work, Iron Monk welcomes everyone. But maybe you're looking for something a little bit more than a date night.
Stillwater has something special for relationships that are headed to the next level. In honor of this special place, I made a special poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. The real treasure is spending my life with you.
Wow, Kevin, I'm impressed.
Well, thank you. We can't talk about weddings and treasures and not get a little bit of romantic.
Here in Stillwater, we offer one of the most romantic wedding venues around. Stillwater's Rosemary Ridge has something for everyone. Daniel McKay went to go see what that all entails.
Hidden treasures can be found all over Stillwater, but one hidden gem offers a gift that lasts a lifetime.
I've always viewed owning a business and operating a business as an opportunity to serve people.
Rosemary Ridge is a premier wedding and event venue located just outside of Stillwater. Husband and wife Ryan and Shelby Rogers are the owners of Rosemary Ridge, starting their eventual dream in an unlikely way.
Well, we got married almost 5 years ago, and there just wasn't anything in Stillwater that we loved. So we love marriage, and we had this, beautiful piece of land that's been in the family for a long time. So prayed about it for a couple months. We're pretty spontaneous people, so we just kind of jumped right into construction.
When they were planning their own wedding in 2013, the Rogers searched for their own wedding venue. After an unsatisfying search, they continued to track down the qualities for the perfect venue. Little did they know, those small ideas would lead to making their dreams into reality.
We were building this ourselves, so we had family and friends help us. And they were like, you had mud all over you, you were a mess, but we just believed in it. So it truly is the grace of God that we kind of started off with such a high number of weddings, and then it's been pretty steady ever since. It's just kind of become our little labor of love.
Rosemary Ridge offers a unique and special location here in Stillwater for couples looking to come together on that wedding day and bring family and friends together.
We have wedding vendors that always ask us, they're like, you guys just have the best couples. I'm like, they're like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, we pray for them ahead of time, and God's really just blessed us with beautiful, kind-hearted people. It's really about serving our couples and just promoting marriage, because it's a cool thing, and we're big believers in it.
Creating that same unity the Rogers found almost 5 years ago and making long-lasting memories makes the reality feel like a dream. For Pete's Corner, I'm Daniel McKay.
Maybe one day those hopeful couples can go from first date to a wedding date. All right, Kevin, it's time for our last stop of the treasure hunt. You know what that means.
I don't know what you mean, but I'm just going to take a guess here and go out on a limb. Maybe it's time for a glass of wine.
It's time for a glass of wine, the richest part of the treasure hunt. This hidden Stillwater treasure began with the grandfather's purchase in 1928.
These fine roots make up the Woodland Park Vineyard.
I couldn't believe that such a massive vineyard has been hidden. So me being the wine lover we all know I am, I have to go check this out. Everyone needs time to relieve a little stress, so why not unwind at this vineyard? Just 15 minutes from OSU's campus on Jarder Road is where the Woodland Park Vineyard is. Owner Jeanette Sierra says the vineyard was originally a farm when her grandfather purchased the land. And in 2000, Sierra's eldest son, Marcus Swim, became interested in winemaking. His curiosity led to the beginning of the vineyard. The Woodland Park Vineyard currently has 7 wines to pick from that they make from scratch. Sierra says they switch up the process of mixing the grapes with the fruit to create new flavors with every batch. Wine customer Carly Sanford says the wine is unique and adds a nice touch to Stillwater, Oklahoma.
I really enjoyed the wine tasting. They have this awesome deal where you can pay $3 for a sampling and with the purchase of a glass. And after you do the sampling, you want to purchase a glass no matter what.
If you came to the vineyard with your girlfriends or say your significant other and wine tasting isn't up your alley, you're in luck. They have a beautiful rose garden and succulent plants you can check out. Succulent customer Megan Adams refers to herself as a plant mom and just recently found out about the succulent section at the Woodland Park Vineyard.
What drew me here is I heard about this from some of my friends, and I'd been wanting to check it out for a while. I love succulents, and so I just came on down to see what the craze was about.
Sierra says her favorite memories were helping her grandfather garden when she was a little girl. And that is how she was introduced to succulents and was intrigued to learn that succulents can emit gases that can do good things for humans' health. When Sierra was passed down the family business, she decided to add an extension. In the 1980s, the Woodland Park became a garden center headquarters. Just like Sierra, her granddaughter Alyssa Swim had some extension ideas to bring to the business. In 2009, the first wedding took place at the vineyard. The weddings can be held in the Red Barn, in the vineyard, in the gardens, or in the popular Enchanted Woods. Sierra says as her grandchildren play on the farm in the same place she once played in, she experiences a deep connection with the past, the present, and the future. Make sure if you are in Stillwater to check out a true Stillwater pioneer family business. For Pete's Corner, I'm Natalie Sutton. The vineyard is so rich in history and makes enjoying its wine even better.
Well, I can see why. Now I definitely have to go and give it a try.
Well, that's all we have for you this week. We hope you enjoyed our hunt for Stillwater's hidden treasures.
Thank you for joining us. Come in next week when we have a special homecoming edition.
And as always,
Go Pokes.